The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Saints at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Strebler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Strebler. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Out of the shotgun, Strebler. Finding Taysom Hill, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The 7th play now in this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun is Strebler. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Jackson on the keeper. Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. This time Jackson will throw it. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, whether they have a much better chance of picking up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does its job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. We're scoreless after 1. offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Justin Tucker on the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch. 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off the play fake, it's Strebler. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Strebler. Hard throw, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Jackson now. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have possession. At the 38-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 2nd and 9. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Oh, and no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Set of downs started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Ravens 10, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shot. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And Jackson throwing once more. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Ravens 17. Saints nothing. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Dalton's throw there taken in by Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. The final act of the first half, Dalton. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Jackson to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
Again, it's Kamara. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Dalton sets up play action. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Passing, it's Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times you talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterward. I know he's trying to make a play, but that time, he ends up drawing the flag.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer. score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
At the 36-yard line.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the third down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Jackson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Crochet on the return. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dalton. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. So Dalton now. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And it'll be Dalton again. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
And the Saints, 1st down.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He is brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Traquan Smith, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown, man. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now a second down and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Dobbins running out of the gun. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Dobbins again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now Dalton. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Dalton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Dalton. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
All right, here's Dalton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So now Dalton. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Dalton wants to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls.